Hello, all. Welcome to Echo's Reloading Chamber Friday night live stream. Good to be here. Glad to see you all in the side chat and got a few guests here. Echo will be in and out. Hang on, I might give him a chance to say hello here in a minute. I'll go ahead and speak to the side chat for a second. Hey, Vanessa. Well, that's it. Hasbro. Good to see you, Hasbro. Echo's tied up. Take it away, Chris. Let you go ahead.
Thanks for inviting me on. Had a pretty fun day today. I took the day off. My son's on spring break, so we got up and took off. I'm trying to find a gun, and I can't find it anywhere. So we went to another Rural King over in another town called Marysville. We went over there, and they didn't have it. We decided to do one. We were going to go ahead and do some filming, but then we ate at Boston's while we were over there. And then on the way back, there's a new gun store that they just opened up in this little town called Richwood, about 20 miles from here. And we stopped in there and talked to the guy, and he was super cool. And he said, "You guys want to film a video in here?" So he let us film. Got some ammo from him. Bought some T-shirts from his store, that his logo shirts, and then one of my subscribers who works at the Rural King in Marion gave me a call, gave me a heads up that they had 9mm, the cheapest he'd seen it since before COVID. So he put some aside for me. I stopped and picked that up and got some 22 while I was there, and so I got some 9mm today for $14.99 a box. I haven't seen it at that price for a long time.
Good deal. Yeah, appreciate you all in the side chat. What's going on with you, Critter?
It's been a fun couple days. 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, my internet dropped. It just went boom. What the hell went on? It was working fine after I'd rebooted the modem. Well, apparently these modems are a piece of garbage. I was intended to buy a different modem, but instead of from the company modems. But I had to get back online to go buy it. So they pretty much changed all the modem features into the router. Hi, Fire. So this morning he come up there and reprogrammed my router to match it with the modem. So basically the modem's just a pipe. Then I had ordered some 32 gig or 216 gig RAM chips, so stuck them in. That's probably where my problem is with the volume, the audio.
Could be.
Yeah.
Then I had a visit by a whole bunch of wasps. I had to evict out of the house with my salt gun.
Yeah, I need to upgrade my RAM in my PC. I got the old 6 gig, which is a DDR3 a long time ago. So I need at least maybe 16, 14 at a minimum. Hello, Fires. Good to see you. Jerry Parker's with us. Appreciate you guys in the panel turning out for us. Do what now?
We got Rollis out there too.
Yeah. Hey, Rollis. Good to see you, brother. Echo will kind of come in and out. Hey, Uncle John. What's up?
Well, crap.
Echo may join us a time or two, so he's getting like Elvis Presley. You never know when he's gonna pop in appear on the stage. I was actually not even going to be here. Even Chris was confused. I went to my daughter's and I decided to come back and get back to the house, and so I'd sleep better. Don't like sleeping on the floor on a blow-up mattress. So.
Yeah, I don't like doing that myself.
Yeah, it's kind of old. And I seen one of my what happened to you? Well, you're okay. I seen my new great granddaughter today. named Layla from the song Eric Clapton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I told her anyway when she named it. I said, that's a famous song in my generation.
Mm-hmm.
Screw it.
She's 9 months old. She's standing up, or
Is she?
trying to stand up, on furniture and stuff, and crawling. And,
Well, they're coming in now. We got Uncle John with us, and Jerry Parker, and Lowballin' Outdoors is with us.
hey, Uncle John. Hey, low balling. Jerry Parker, what's up? Hasbro. Yeah, Derek and the Dominoes. Well, I remember that as a teenager, riding around in a matter of fact, the LTD that the Critter was talking about here the other week in a live chat. We'd borrow my friend's mother and father's LTD and turn on that FM radio, and that song would be playing back then. Nice car too, boy. Comfortable. And talking about big back seat, big front seat, bench,
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
in that car.
Yeah, they don't make cars like that anymore.
No. Very comfortable. Says Hasbro says slow chat on my part now in the hospital visiting. Gotcha.
Well, hope everything's all right,
Yeah.
Hasbro.
These days, COVID, you never don't know what's going on. So
Yeah.
many are coming down. My daughter's talking about her taste today. And she was playing Clorox. She makes not t-shirts, and does some kind of system on her computer to where it won't wear off. I told her she needs to make me an AR gun shirt, or a few of them, and so she buys them wholesale for a few bucks, and she can print out quite a bit of stuff. Not that big, but a certain size. And,
I'm waiting for mine to finish up her new hire package so I can get her 15% discount Tractor Supply.
mm-hmm. Uncle John, what do you mean I can set the picture AR? Don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you now, Uncle John. Yeah, LTDs, boy, they were comfortable, real comfortable. Power steering, I mean, you just drive them with your pinky. Real easy to turn. Very soft ride, too.
I turned 16, or actually, I was 15 when my grandmother passed away. She had a Ford LTD. I swear she put glass packs on it and everything else. You stomp on that thing, it'll go. You'll be in the back seat.
Yeah, for a big car, they'd run. It sure would.
Had a 429 red in it. Police car.
Mm-hmm.
Police motors in it.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he just got his temps, and he went to the gun range with me there last night. We finished up that video, and he's getting ready to leave there. He goes, "Dad, can I drive the truck home?" I didn't want to let him drive my truck, but I let him drive my truck. He actually did really good. I was shocked. The only problem with him is, when we left that gun store in Richwood today, I let him drive all the way almost home. There was a couple streets I didn't want him driving on yet, but man, I kept looking over, and that speedometer was at 65, and I said, "Son, there's a speed limit. It's 55." And boy, he's got a lead foot. I'm already worried about that. You let him get in that hit with that Hemi, man. He's romping on it.
My granddaughter almost got a super speeding ticket here a few years ago in a Mustang. Yeah, miracle she didn't lose her license.
My son, my oldest son, I should say, it's a wonder he passed. He made by the skin of his teeth. Bare minimum was 70. He had 71. He scared the living snot out of me. He took turns at 30 miles an hour in a 2003 Chevy pickup.
Uncle John, those caddies were nice. Even the caddies in the 80s was pretty nice still. Luxury.
I heard a parallel park in a Buick. Pontiac. No, it was a Pontiac. What the hell was that thing? Bonneville Pontiac.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Burnt orange, pumpkin orange, we always called it.
They had a big car too there. I had one, my brother had one. That thing was like a boat. That Pontiac. So, forget which model it was. Probably was Bonneville actually. When I look back, yeah, it was. I don't remember what year. Good to see you, Bernie.
I heard rumors we're getting more primers available.
I wished I had some.
Well,
I called. Matter of fact, I called the store today. I was outside of Athens, leaving my daughters. So I called the mom and pop here, and I said, "Got any small rifle and pistol in?" Nope. You seen any? Nope. I'm not having no luck. And I need small rifle at a minimum.
Matter of fact, I had almost 2,000 small rifle primers. I used them in my 9mm.
You're out, right, Critter? You're totally out, aren't you?
Well, I've got about 500 or 600 9mm small primers.
Mm-hmm.
No large, no rifles. I got 100 209 primers for my shotgun. That's about it. Oh, and 1900 black powder primers. What do you call them?
I was gonna go get some today, but I'm like, man, I go to the same damn two stores once a month and get that stuff, and I'm like, I don't need any right now, so I wanted to go check out a couple new stores, so that's why we did what we did today. I knew they didn't have anything for reloading, but it was still fun. We had a good time.
Well, if gas prices wouldn't have jacked up, I'd have been
Boy, aren't they high?
Maine or Fort Worth.
Yeah.
But, what's up, MC? Go ahead.
I'm 70 miles from Brownwood, which is another big city, 85 miles east or west of Fort Worth, and 60 miles east of Abilene. I ain't got nothing.
Abilene. Howdy, MCK. Hope you're doing good.
Good to see Bernie, too. Good to see you out there, Bernie.
Yep. Yeah, I wish I could I want some Varget and I want some primers. I'd rather have the primers. The Varget's just way high priced right now.
That's what I liked about the 700X. It's cheap. And I can use it on everything.
I should have bought some here about 8 months ago. I think $109 in a local store. And I thought of Highboy, talking about it. And I knew you used it or people talked about it. And I didn't buy it. A little bit.
It's more dense.
Mm-hmm.
Less expensive. And it fires, and I can shoot it in all of my pistol rounds.
How's it when it comes to dirty? Is it dirty or?
It's no different than that. Unique.
Okay.
I've never used that powder. Seen it before.
It used to be about $18-19 for a pound. That's jumped up to 23, but the unique has jumped up to 30 plus.
Mm-hmm.
The only rifle powder I really specifically buy is the IMR 4198 because it goes into 3 and my black eye on the heavier grains. The 200 bullets.
What's up, Reloader 762's joined us. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Reloader. Yeah, he said gas is $3.99 there, $4.19 depends where. It's $4.09 here, but if I go to the town north of me, it's $3.93, and if I go to the town south of me, it's $3.93. I don't know why we're higher, being right in the middle of them, but
on the way, my daughters, I paid $4.39 a gallon. On the way back, I got it for $3.89 a gallon. Luckily.
I knew once I got that new truck, that gas would go up. Happens to me every time.
What do you drive, a Ram?
Yeah.
I heard you mention Hemi. My brother's got a Ram with Hemi.
That's why
I got what they call the Rebel, the Dodge Rebel.
Oh, okay.
Cool truck. Really like it. But boy, it's a thirsty one. It likes the gas.
That's why I got a 2003. I ain't bought nothing.
My brother's gets about 15 in the highway. Well, actually 15 probably around town. I'll think about it. It's a 2002 Ram, I think. Could be wrong on the year. It's got 100, I think. Well, it did have 170 something thousand on it. But it's a nice Ram, white.
Come here.
Dale Pogue is with us. Good to see you, Dale. Yeah, I wish they had some new gear. You ever get that way where you just want something new, whether it's cameras or whether it's gear? Wish they had some free spare change to buy something.
I almost feel sorry for people in California and New York.
Almost.
I know. Well, they say, what is it? All the states are laboratories. Yep. Don't you wonder why, if those states are messed up, why would we want to elect somebody from those states? But yeah, go figure.
I can't wait to watch Beto eat more dirt.
Oh, yeah. God, I can't stand that guy. Yeah,
Hell yes, we can take your guts.
I think his father got him to use that name so he could relate to Latinos, they said.
It did.
I'd read. I thought, wow, ain't that something? Just use people as a bumper sticker. Ain't that something? That's crazy.
Even the Mexicans hate him.
Oh.
Especially after what he did with the El Paso community, the lower class housing. They basically bought it off of them through how do you call it?
They're pouring in now. We got New York Outcast out there, Warsaw Patriot.
Hey, man.
Tactical Fudd is with us.
What's up, Tactical Fudd? Warsaw, good to see you. New York, good to see you.
Yeah, I was up in New York and I had to buy diesel for something a gallon.
Echo's not muted. Are you there, Echo? Or are you just lurking?
I am lurking. What's going on?
I just wondered. You wanted to talk.
Hey everybody. I'm dealing with some issues, but I am here in spirit. I wanted to let everybody know that I appreciate you coming out tonight, and we are postponing the annealing till the following Friday, where I have time to deal with. I've got an issue going on at my house right now, so I will keep you guys up to date. I'm just sending the correct link to Uncle Jim because I sent him the wrong one.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's been on.
Yeah, I just wanted to send him a link in case he wanted to stop in.
Did you see his sumo suit video this morning?
Yes, dude.
God, that was classic.
Hilarious. That was hilarious. And did you ever see the original Arasaka video?
No, I haven't.
Okay, listen. Okay, it got erased, but it was absolutely hilarious. One night after meeting Uncle Jim for the first time and being on his show, this was years ago. I'm sitting out in my living room. My wife at the time is asleep. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm watching Uncle Jim videos from his channel. And I've got a big glass of Diet Mountain Dew, and I'm sipping at it. And I see this one video, and I'm like, well, what the hell is this, Arasaka? So I turn it on, and all this like Asian music starts, and all of a sudden it's Uncle Jim, and he's like superimposed where he's like naked and he's pulling a Arisaka rifle through the dirt by his ball sack. And it
Lord.
was so funny because of the music, and he made it look like one of those movies where the guy is trying to do the task
Yeah.
and trying. It was so funny. I spit diet soda pop all over the living room, almost fell out of the off the couch. It was so hilarious. I remember just really having a good time that night. That was so hilarious. I woke up the old lady, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing. It's a really funny video."
He does some wild and crazy videos. They're fun.
Yes, he does.
Fun.
When we were on Bald Show Sunday night, they were telling me about the show where there was a drink off between Bald and Alan. Or no, I guess that was on my chat. And I went back through the Scotsman's channel yesterday. I could not find that anywhere. I want to watch that one.
Oh, it's a trip.
So if anybody knows where that's at, send me a link because I want to watch it.
Yeah, I remember that night. Yeah. Boy, Alan got, he was fried. Ball got where he couldn't talk either. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I think we've
that.
all been in that condition before.
They drink a lot, boy, too, continuously.
That's all right.
Shot after
That's
shot.
America. That's America.
I was surprised they didn't. I was surprised Alan. I thought Alan was going to die.
What?
I thought Alan
thought he was going to die.
You have. It don't take much to get liquor poisoning.
No,
man.
it doesn't. It doesn't. I've drank an entire 750 before and started in on a second one before blacking out. And I know that it will make you sick. Because, I mean, I threw up for like 2 days afterwards, and I know I approached alcohol poisoning.
Don't ever buy Pepe tequila. It tastes like they made it with. It tastes exactly like the stuff they made it with.
Yeah, there's a good question. Fudd asked me that the other day, and I never have.
Never used them.
What?
Frankfurt Arsenal Universal Seating Dyes.
I've got a friend that I'm really good friends with that has one, and he says, now here's the thing. It used to be you could call RCBS and you could order for their custom line of dyes, you could order parts for another caliber. Like say you had 308, but you wanted to be able to do 7mm 08, and basically that's just a 7mm bullet sitting in a 308 casing. So basically you could order the parts, and for a few bucks you could have the parts to do a different caliber, and still have the micrometer seating capability and all that. Well, they made those parts unavailable unless you have a warranty part, so you can't just order the extra parts anymore. And if you look at the dyes when you take them apart, they're identical except for some design differences for aesthetics. Absolutely the same dye. And I think they're coming from the same plant overseas. That was what I was getting at. But that dye works. It's a good design, and it does work pretty well from what I understand from my buddy. He was telling me it works pretty damn good.
Let's see, Uncle Hasbro having trouble getting 4350 powder and 6mm arc brass. Yep.
Yeah, I could imagine that brass being difficult, being such a new cartridge. Probably, who's making it? Who designed the cartridge, the ARC cartridge? Was it Federal, Remington, Winchester?
Hornady.
I thought Hornady did that one.
The one I didn't say. So Hornady designed it. So Hornady's obviously making the brass. That means that Starline will be making it shortly if they're not already.
Okay, that's right. CW's got that Frankfurt Arsenal. I thought I remembered seeing that. I wasn't sure who it was. He's got it. If you guys want to check out that thing, that die working. Guy don't rumble. Reloader. Well, actually, you the one that told me. Sorry.
Yeah, it says a 6 ARC for short is a 6mm 243 caliber intermediate rough cartridge, and it was introduced by Hornady in 2020, so it's really new.
Yeah.
What's so strange about that thing? They make it for the AR platform, and it does not shoot accurate for the AR platform. Go figure. Yeah, it's good in a boat, they say, but it's not that great in AR.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with the design of the cartridge.
But you'd think they would have got that right, wouldn't you? If they supposedly designed.
Well,
that thing
they're doing better now. What I've heard is the shoulder and neck is very susceptible. Success. Hold on. Let me.
Susceptible.
Yeah, thank you. To work hardening, causing fluctuations in velocity due to neck tension issues. And when you're slamming that in and out of a gas gun that feeds and cycles rounds very roughly at 40 feet a second, that adds up for, not really good overall reloadability. So what I've noticed is the guys that are getting the best accuracy out of it are annealing every time they're brass, and seem to be having no issues, or I should say less issues with accuracy.
Vanessa's with us. Jer Bear's with us. Hey, Jer Bear, how you doing, man?
That's something I don't understand. The 308 was a World War II designed boat. Actually, that's earlier than that, but they predominantly used World War II, didn't they?
Well, the 30-06 was World War II.
Yeah.
308 came in, I would say, Korean, Vietnam era.
Yeah.
But
55, I think it was.
It's already a proven round. Why screw around and keep redesigning something?
Well,
what do you mean?
Well, the Army has gone from the 30-06 to 308 to 30 cal to 223 or 5.56. Now they're trying to do the 6.8.
Well, it's capacity was 223 so light and they can carry a ton of it versus the 30-06. That was always a problem in the modern military. They couldn't carry enough.
The and what happened was the style of war we started conducting. We started using smaller troops, smaller units, and patrolling for much longer periods of time. More of a go ahead.
87, no, 88 is 88. I went to POTC from bivouac, and we were released from from bivouac. We were going back, marching back to the barracks. I carried the radio, I carried my M16 and M60, and plus all my normal gear. We were humping. So I mean, this is back in 80.
That's an extremely heavy load. Because you got to figure the M60, that's 22 pounds. Your AR-15 or M16, that's an M16A3 back then, or an A2. That's 7.5, 8, almost 8 pounds. If you got an M203 on it, I don't know. That's a lot of weight to be just. I wouldn't want to carry that.
77 radio.
Oh yeah, and then plus a radio pack. That's that's a lot of weight. I wouldn't want to do that, and especially going over rough terrain. You're not walking down a trail. You're going over through country, through bushes, and I've walked through trails and stuff like that before, and through back hunting, just in the woods. And there's a big difference cutting trail yourself and going through a little trail that's already manicured.
Yeah,
I mean,
even in the Afghan war in Iraq, they had trouble a lot of times too with the 223-556 M16. They pulled out actually when that war during that time frame. They actually pulled a lot of the old guns from Korea and Vietnam back out of the drums and reused them. That way they could reach out and touch their enemy better.
well, they were
Yeah, well, the thing is, they have now designated marksman units that use the 308 in gas guns, like the Knights Armament. They use that, and basically it's they use 147 grain, and then they've also got like some, I think, some marksman ammunition. That's the mark something or rather they call it. And basically it's like, I think it's a 168 grain or a 175 grain boat tail, full metal jacket boat tail, and for reaching out a little bit further. And they those firearms do very well for what they're designed for. They hold minute of angle at 4, 5, 600 meters, not repetitively, easily put on paper.
If Echo, if it was the 308 they pulled out from Vietnam, what that would have been? What M1A? What would it have been? You know more about that.
Well, yeah, the M14
or M14
that was used in 308. That was, let's see, that would probably be the one of the first that was actually loaded in 308 Winchester, or 7.62 NATO, would have been the M14. And then the AR-10, which was designed next, because basically Eugene Stoner designed, with Armorlight, designed the AR-10 platform years before designing its smaller brother, its little brother, the M16 XM15, which is the experimental model 15. And that one being in the 5.56 NATO cartridge.
I was trying to think which one they pulled out of storage, but they did pull some rifles out of storage. I can't remember. It's Vietnam era, they said.
Oh yeah, the M14. They had brought a lot of things over for marksman units. Like they brought Winchester Model 70s, I believe, and the 700 action from Remington. They brought a lot of basically, they didn't have a lot of designated marksman rifles in the military in the late 50s, early 60s, and mid 60s. So they used what was available to the rest of the country, which was, Remington, Winchester, Marlin, and stuff like that. And they would order the rifles directly from the companies.
Tactical Rifleman, if you ever watch his channel, he was talking here less than a year ago, or maybe that long, about the caliber that they was really needing. And the caliber they were talking about did better with 6.8. They didn't really like using in the Green Beret the 5.56 that much, even though they liked it. They needed something stronger. And some guy had actually that did development of it, which is kind of weird. It's an interesting story. Go check it out sometimes. You'll see the story. I don't want to tell the whole story because I don't remember most of it. But it was interesting stream that night of how they needed that 6.8, how it performed. Stoner in a 420 pot, Uncle John says. Hey, Walter Bunning's with us. What's up, Walter? How you doing? Good to see you. some guy. I wish I could think of his name. Was actually helped develop. He wasn't an engineer, and they would generals would come in or people talk to him, and that finally in the end they end up listening to him because he was a grunt. He knew more about it. I know what it was. He procured weapons and stuff for the soldiers, and he got to telling them what they really needed, what they had seen in the field, and he kind of got snubbed at first by some of the higher ups, like what do you know? Well, he wound up actually knowing things. So much for those higher up officers.
What the heck is this agency?
What? Doing well, just for
PISAGNCY.US.
Yeah, it makes sense that if you are designing firearms for an infantryman that's fighting in a specific combat scenario, it would probably be in the person designing the firearms' best interest to consult with some of the higher end units that like perform at the higher paces, like your special operations department, guys, your rangers, your whatever, your SEALs and stuff, and find out, hey, what do you like and why? Why do you like it? Why do you want like using this? And go with something, that they like, and maybe design it around their preferences, seeing that they're the ones going to be using it.
Yeah, this guy that they were talking about in his stream that night, he actually, he did a good job there for like a decade or so of making sure that the Green Beret had the right gear. And it's rare to see somebody go above and beyond, but he apparently took his job serious.
Well, if you're trying to get guys to do specific, like the Green Berets are pretty badass, dude. They actually, I've read a couple of books about them. They go in. This is their MOS. They go in and they teach indigenous peoples how to be special operations fighters, basically how to fight guerrilla warfare style, and how to use improvised explosives and weapons and how to hide them, and basically how to live as a guerrilla soldier without anybody detecting you in your own environment. And they teach this behind enemy lines, so they're pretty badass. I've read some books. They're
good
cool.
with other languages too.
Yes, they usually spoke multiple languages and dialects in those languages.
Yeah, they're highly trained. There's multiple levels of within the same you call it.
I know Tactical Rifleman come out with his own rifle design.
They get
he liked.
Thank you, Fudd. I just got it. And I'm like, who sent that to me? Thank you very much.
For the drink off.
Yeah.
Who's having a drink off?
What did he say?
Oh, he sent me the link so I could go back and watch the Scotsman's live chat when they all got wasted.
Oh, when they all got hammered.
Yeah.
It was like every 5 to 8 minutes, man, they were doing shots. My gosh.
Good Lord. I don't like to watch people sometimes do that because I know that, dude, it can actually, you can kill yourself. Whatever, it's America. You do what you freaking want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to drink a couple bottles of liquor, go at it. Just have somebody there to check on you occasionally.
That was a very entertaining show that night.
I would imagine so.
That's why I joked the other night and says the drunk Russian. He's not Russian. See you, Rich. I don't look at him as drunk. I was just picking at him. I think he mentioned it, joked about it one time. I'm the drunk Russian or something. Or drunk something. Let's see. Jerry Bear says 5.56 was perfect for fighting in the jungles. Yeah, it was. 6.8 has a longer reach, especially in the mountains. Yeah, that's what they were using. Yeah, they were needing many trees to block the view. Mm-hmm. I pondered that 6.8 one time. Just never did do it.
For carrying ammunition, here's the thing. If I never, here's the bottom line. There's no one rifle that's gonna do everything. There's just not. The military has tried this multiple times in the past. They tried it with the M14. They were like, oh, this will do everything. This will do great. And little did they know, as soon as they brought it into the woods of Southeast Asia and Vietnam, the rifle straps, the leather rifle straps started rotting and getting black mold on them. And they were having soldiers that were like having allergic reactions to the black mold spores they were breathing in while they were patrolling with that rifle, because even the stocks were rotting off of the rifles. That's how wet and miserable it is in Vietnam.
Think how heavy those rifles were in World War II, though. Plus the ammo they had to carry on 30.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
But
Unreal.
See, you got to think that they weren't carrying ammunition very far at all. They were having, if you remember any good World War II movie, they're constantly resupplying those tanks. They could only go so far before they ran out of oil, before they ran out of fuel, before they ran out of machine gun ammo or tank ammunition. They constantly had to have a supply line that was a couple miles behind the fighting front. They always have had that in the past wars. But Vietnam was totally different. Now we have a war that we're fighting by helicopter, and we're sending out smaller units that aren't supplied redundantly except for airdrops. And they're going on patrols instead of for 3 or 4 days, now 30 days. So, you know, there's a big difference in the way they started fighting Vietnam. It was a totally new warfare for the United States military.
Now he's, Mario says, echoes the military historian. Then he says, now he's quoting movies, LOL.
Ladrine combat action was the seventh, was the first. Proved all
Mario,
that.
you know, I'm just trying to
Battle of the
cover.
Bulge, they were out of ammo. They had very little supplies in the Battle of the Bulge. They couldn't drop it because of weather. And then finally Patton burst through. Mario says Midwest mid 3 as weirdo. All right, there you go, Mario.
I'm laughing at him and MCK. They're cracking me up over there.
What are they laughing at? What are they talking about?
MCK called Mosen a West Coast weirdo, and
Hey, 67 Rebel, how you doing, brother? Hey, Mario, he's over in Los Angeles.
LA,
Los
baby.
Angeles.
Hey. As Mario would say.
Man, that's like communist China to us. God, I couldn't live there. I could not live there, man. I ain't no way in hell I would live there. I'd end up, I'd arm up so heavy they'd think I was starting a war in California.
I just do like Mario. You wear your cut-off jean shorts way too short.
You live near L.A., don't you, Mario? I've heard you mention it. I can't remember exactly where.
Yeah.
Were you from L.A.?
Germany, went to Arizona, Yuma, Arizona.
Supply trains. Do what now?
I went to Farrell in Arizona.
Howdy, CW.
it's 2 hours north of LA.
Okay. What town? Tell us. Well, he might not want to tell us town.
Got
Especially in
CW out there
California.
with us. Good to see you,
what's
CW.
going on?
Close to
Close to Extramento. Sacramento. Okay.
Bakersfield. Oh, Oildale.
Oh, okay.
Ding, 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 ding. That's a fluffy joke.
What's going on, CW?
Tactical Food. CW.
He was the first comment I woke up to this morning. Rolled over, grabbed my phone, and I had a comment from CW. Then I was like,
Oh, it's morning. The morning comment.
yeah, the first one when you get up.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going to get up and crack a monster, and I'm going to go watch his new Lyman book video he did this morning. So I came back to my office and sat down here and watched his video.
There you go, Hasbro. Live and lived in California, land of fruits and nuts. That's a good one.
Fruits and nuts.
Uncle John, he golfed in Bakersfield. Beautiful. Yeah, there's areas. Absolutely. Look at where Ronald Reagan's buried at in Simi Valley. God, it's a beautiful place. Where his library. That's one place I'd like to go. A bucket list would be the Reagan Library.
That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Because if you look at his accomplishments, regardless of what people think, he had a lot of accomplishments.
And that's if you're looking at him from politics on. If you look at him as an actor, even a lot of the movies he made, when he was in Hollywood were very good movies, and some, very high rated films he was in.
Mario's been in that library. It's badass. Yeah, I'd like to go there. Mm-hmm. He saved, I think, in real life, saved 80 or 90, 70 maybe. I can't remember the exact number of people from drowning. He saved one lady, I think, one time.
Was he a lifeguard?
Yeah, he was a lifeguard. He saved a lot of people. And he saved somebody by pulling a gun out of a window one time from, I think, being robbed or something. I don't remember the exact detail of it. So he did a lot even before he became an actor or anything. And in his life.
Wow.
Hey, Mac,
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his history's amazing. He thought when one reason I think he accomplished more after he got shot. He thought it was he was meant for something bigger, and that's why he ended up working harder to bring the Soviet Union to their knees for that START treaty. First he trashed them for years, then he eventually brought them to the table. Gorbachev used to hate it. Always trust but verify. And Gorbachev get agitated. Yeah, you always say that. Trust but verify. But that was real true. Absolutely.
That is the truth. Always believe what somebody tells you, but verify that what they're telling you is the truth. That way you don't get caught with your pants down and look like a dumbass. That's what he told me.
Hey, Reloader762, thanks, man. I just got the notice that you subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I was surprised. That video I did, I've already got almost 100 views on it. It shocked me today.
You're a whacker.
Yeah, almost 100 views. Most views I think I've ever gotten in this amount of time. Wow.
A whacker. That's why.
Let me get that GoPro.
Dude, listen, it's the whacker.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it has a combination of cute funniness, because every guy that reads that title laughs and is going to be like, hey, let me check this out, because it's a short video. and it's on something that, you know, maybe or maybe not, I even know what they're talking about. And freaking, you know, if you know what they're talking about, it's just a bonus. But you know, if it's something you do, if you reload, but if you don't, it's funny anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's some guy on there using a hammer talking about a whacker. And look, I say it, and freaking Chris starts laughing his ass off.
Believe it or not, they say those keywords,
Yes,
that description is important.
Marketing. I'm
Very
telling
important.
you, dude, you got to understand marketing. Once you understand marketing, the world makes a lot more sense. You're like, oh, okay, now I understand why they do that.
Walter says that AR gun's using whacker wood on the same video. Yeah.
Yeah, you figure yesterday you put out a video early about using a whacker. Then you have MacMan come on with that press. That was everybody's drooling over.
Oh yeah, that thing is awesome. That thing is
Mac
badass.
Mac did a great show. Yeah, he did a good job on that.
Yeah, Reloader760 said, I thought I was subscribed, but I guess I wasn't. And he probably was and got unsubscribed because, who is it? Christian Grester. I've been subscribed to his channel for a while. He commented on one of my videos this morning. I'm like, man, I haven't seen anything out of him for a while. Yep, sure enough, I wasn't subscribed to his channel anymore.
I had to resub a few of you guys, and I can't remember who it was the other day. I got unsubbed. By YouTube. I can't remember who it was. About three or four people, I think it was. Most I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about 2 more weeks away from casting. My finger's almost healed.
Be careful this time.
Well,
be cautious.
Actually, I'm hoping for my son to finish up that little finger glove. Because my fingers are too fat to fit into the welder glove.
Right.
Too small.
So you're going to have some protection on it this time, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I always have protection on. It's just to what degree.
Okay. Yeah.
I was covered in a full welding apron. And the one spot that was unopened between the tongue of my shoe and the welding apron, the lead hit my foot.
Ooh.
Oh.
Boy, you have bad luck.
Owie.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. That just sounds horrible. I don't even want to know what happened after that. Just in that story right there. Oh.
Well, I couldn't get that stock off fast enough.
I should have put in the title, watch me. I should have put in there, watch me whack my wood. Or whack you wood.
Wood whacker.
That probably would have. I bet that does help put something like that in there, really. But seriously. Kind of like, you know, how they call them when they clickbait, but yet a lot of them really are. The words is what drives them people into them things.
Yeah.
Especially the weird videos.
Especially the weird ones.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever see somebody that's like normal, like at like 3 o'clock in the morning going, what in the hell is this guy doing on here? I'm going to watch this, you know, just for the hell of it.
We always laugh with Echo in his shows. Got California fruits and then whacker. There goes the show, Hasbro says. Like your last video, AR, pounding wood. Yeah. That would have been a good title. Pounding wood, or watch me pound wood. Or I've got wood.
Or a carpenter show. Polishing
I actually, when I was doing that, when I got through, I sit here and I'm over here at the table. That's funny we're talking this because I forgot I did this. And I was thinking, after I did the video, I guess the words, and I was sitting here thinking I was going to do a video going, I don't know why I thought that the other day, but I did. I was going to go that right there. Everybody go, what's that? What's that? Jumping up there.
Mario, you need to get a ghetto gun.
But I didn't make it. I passed.
God.
Boy, Mario says I need to find a white gun that's as funny as me, and I want to create a show called Cracker and Bean Dip Show. Oh boy.
Doing a show with Mario would be pretty fun.
Cracker bean dip show in the ghetto.
Cracker and bean
I got
dip.
the chips.
That's hilarious. I'll be the cracker. You be the bean dip.
I actually did one time. I think it was Uncle. I had it's not in here now. I was in. I think Uncle Jim's chat a long time ago, or it might have been Echoes, but I think it was Uncle Jim. And I had a little woolly duster, and I was going just for a second, and nobody noticed it or said anything. It was a ding ding. Being funny. That was a long time ago. I forgot I did that. I think I'm thinking that way because Echo would talk about ankle shots and stuff. I said, yeah, something we were talking about. Something woolly
The ankle
or something.
cam. That's what you need.
Oh,
is
Lord.
the ankle cam. That's a high seller. You wait, dude. I'm gonna be like selling 8K ankle cams.
Say reloader 762 James
Talking about it.
They're going back and forth. Him and James are going about the 45 carbine.
Which one though? There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I've tried to get back through and
what
see
brand,
what they were
guys?
talking about.
Tell us the story here.
That was my first purchase. Was the Freedom Ordnance FX9. It used Glock mags, and then I went ahead and purchased the Glock 19, and later on the Glock 26. But I based everything on a 9mm round.
I never shot 45.
I haven't either.
Carbine.
I've got
Or 45.
750 rounds of 45 ACP. I don't have a gun for it.
What?
10 millimeter and 9mm, and now 45.
You loaded all that ammo for it, and you don't have one.
Nope. I got 100 rounds of 4570 government.
Hey, us
No
reloaders, we'll do anything.
Well,
If we got the stuff.
The 4570, I was about ready to purchase one.
I heard you
every
talking
time
about
I
it.
went back, tried to talk myself into it, as I didn't have the money at the time, so I kept backed out. So I went ahead and purchased all the loading stuff, the brass and everything else. Just as I was about to click it, buy, it jumped up another $70. I'm like, no.
I hate that when that happens.
By the time $600 gun, rifle jumped up to $900. I'm like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, that's a cannon, boy, at 4570. I've had guys next to me shoot that thing. Boom. Boy, it roars. Used to be take a lot of buffalo.
It'll take down the biggest game in America.
Oh, yeah.
I
Ain't
think
kidding.
it'll take down an elephant.
Then they had the 4590 and the 45120.
Yeah. Didn't they make 100?
I think 100 and a 110 and a 120.
Well,
I took a picture of the 4570 round compared to a 357. It's like I could put 4 of them in there.
I'm trying not to become an Uncle Jim channel and make goofy stuff here now, guys. But sometimes I can come up with it. I just don't typically want to do it.
What are you talking about?
goofy stuff, funny, weird stuff.
Goofy stuff is funny. I like to laugh. There's nothing.
I mean,
wrong
I'm
with
still
that.
laughing. I'm still laughing about that video he made this morning but he was showing that old footage of that guy dragging that block with his balls. And,
Yes.
Yeah, he's made some good ones.
Did. Yes.
and you know
Very
it's
entertaining.
because it's like an 8-minute video, so you know, and it's building up, so you know eventually Uncle Jim's going to end up in that sumo suit, and sure enough, here he comes. God, he's a trip.
Let's see what you're talking about.
He's hilarious. I sent him a link. I was hoping he'd come on.
Talk about being
John
blackout drunk. I've been blackout drunk a couple times on his live chat when they go 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, and you can snore right along,
Yeah.
dude. He'll leave you in there.
Yeah.
I was like one night, I fell asleep on his chat, and it was like 5:55 in the morning. The sun starts coming up off the coast.
Dude.
I look up and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I look up and I realize I'm still alive, and I feel like everybody's laughing at me, and I'm like, I've been snoring for like, I don't know, 3 hours.
I thought about getting into 10mm too, because the neighbors, if push comes to shove, I can do some bartering with the neighbors.
That's a good round. I'd like to have a 10mm myself. Yeah.
Night, Hasbro.
All right, man.
Take it easy, brother.
Mario says, "Who the hell is beeping?" That's Echo.
Beeping.
So it reminds me of the molding machines at Contact Lens Company. Same
What do
exact
you mean
sound.
beeping?
You've been beeping over there. Your
James
alarm.
Pollard said the air is thin in the Utah mountains.
What are you talking about beeping? I'm not beeping.
Somebody's alarm
There's
went
no-
off like a few seconds ago. Real loud.
I hear that all the time.
My
Yeah.
high blood sugar alarm.
That's the same alarm that was on our mold machines and our robotics at Siva Vision.
It sounds
Same
like
sound.
a timer, a shot timer. Like
It
that
is. That's
what
what I'm running a shot timer. Don't
Man,
worry about it.
I used to hear that shit for 12 hours a day. That same alarm, man, just going off almost every few minutes. Ding, God damn it, machine down. Have to fire it back up.
You know you need a shot timer.
And the only reason I didn't get the
And I didn't
10mm
recognize it till recently when I got
Well,
to
thanks
thinking
for
about
letting me know. 'Cause I was like, I didn't hear it.
I didn't get into 10mm because I wasn't sure I could handle it with just my weak arm.
What, with your limp wrist?
1911, it would be pretty decent, probably. A little snappy, maybe.
I'm kidding. You know me. I'm just joking with you, brother.
When I lost my right arm, I lost all my strength.
When I lost my right arm, I lost all my strength. Oh, Lord.
Well,
I mean, I had no problem sinking an axe into a log on my right stroke, but I tried to do the left stroke. It barely made a dent in it. I don't know. Never could. Had the coordination for it. But I took shit out of that tree with the right down stroke. A couple times I had to figure out how to get the axe out of the tree.
I had a friend years ago, I think 1990, right before I seen him. I hadn't seen him in quite a few years. I told this one time, he was standing on the side of the expressway changing a tire, and he staggered back in the road, and a truck jackknifed and slapped him and knocked him about 150 foot off the expressway, him and his vehicle.
Oh.
Bam! Yeah.
Wow.
Well, as a boy.
Huh.
He got about 28,000. He told me he's going to get $1 million. I said, "You'll never in your life get $1 million for your leg. Your leg's not worth $1 million. Not even $500,000. Not even 50,000." And he wound up getting out probably 25,000.
Yeah, well, if
This
his
was 1990.
yeah, well, he would have been a professional gymnast or something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not for a normal person.
Hey, what's up, Andy? You want to jump in?
Is that
Did
the
you-
robe?
You got your laptop
You got your
set up
robe?
and ready to go?
As
Get
long as
on
you got
here.
the robe. As long as he's got the robe.
The robe and his Oreos. He's always eating something. Pretzels. It was pretzels and Oreos, wasn't it, the last time?
Uncle John says if he loses his right wrist, I'm dead in the water. We won't say nothing about that.
Yeah, Andy, I had too much fun with that. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting into the. I think I'm gonna try to. I don't really have anything else going on the rest of the weekend. I think I'm gonna get started on the 300 blackout.
Any of us that like to shoot the way we do, we need to make lead bullets to be able to do it, to afford it. Boy, thing's piercing.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. It drives me nuts too. I've done
Night,
what I
Jerry
can
Bear.
do. I got Did Jer Bear leave?
Yeah.
He's getting ready to. Yeah.
Yeah, take it
See?
easy, brother.
Not Jer Bear. He's got a bunch of good guns. He's got a good channel.
Yeah, he's got a good channel. I like his channel.
Check his channel out, guys.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Jer Bear's channel, go ahead and go over there and give him a whirl, and check out a couple of his videos, see if you like them. I find his videos very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. If I had a GoPro 9, I'd let Andy send me some of those zinc. I'd get out there and shoot on the range, but I don't have the GoPro 9 yet.
You need to worry about that zinc. You might get a high zinc count from being around all that zinc.
Uncle John says, check your blood echo. It went off again.
I know, I've already
Yeah, but zinc is supposed to be good for you.
What is it?
Yeah, it is. Natural zinc.
Magnesium.
Yeah, it's the mineral zinc. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aluminum's not natural. I have this thing about cooking in aluminum pans. My daughter and granddaughter still do it, and I go, you're not supposed to cook in those pans, man. Aluminum's not natural. Either steel, cast iron, or glass. I don't like aluminum.
Did you get my text earlier, Andy?
Yeah, I get me a dang camera. I'm gonna go to the range and pop off some. I'll probably take both good 9mm next time. The 1911 and the M&P.
I was supposed to get a bunch of more parts for one of my guns today, and good old post office didn't get them here.
Yeah, if you're carrying 9mm, I definitely recommend that you carry 2. That anemic cartridge.
I'd love to have a 10. That'd be fun to load for. I'd love to carry 10 just for self-defense like Ted Nuge. That way when I shot somebody, by golly, they'd know it.
I want to load some zinc bullets into 10mm.
All they need is an 11 and a 12 and a 13mm. You have a whole set.
Yeah,
I want a 14 mil because that's like the common size in Japanese cars.
You can't melt zinc in a standard Lee pot. You have to use a cast iron.
Trying to think of that one bullet that I shot that was. I did a video on my channel. It was like a 110 grain bullet in a 10mm. Man, them things were fast. The hell was that? Good, Andy. I wanted to make sure you got my text.
Chris was getting like almost 1,600 feet per second, I think, out of those 90 grain 9mm bullets, weren't you?
Yeah, I was 8 feet per second short of 1,600.
Jiminy crickets, that's freaking hauling.
I have the range officer, Walter. Stainless steel. Pretty tight slide on it. I checked it out. There was 2
my
of them.
question is, zinc, being that it's softer than copper, why Okay, I got a question though, but it's moving at such a higher velocity. Does that cause more wear?
Chris was moving at 1480, 1500, weren't you, Chris?
15, almost 68 feet per
Mhm.
second.
Well,
That's hauling.
last night's video, when I used the IMR target powder, I was getting the fastest one was 1592.
Ooh.
So,
And if
I want to say, I was thinking Eagle Eye got 1800 feet per second out of one. I thought he did.
1800 feet per second. That's what I'm talking. That's what most handguns should shoot. That's what I'm thinking now that we're in the 2022. We should have handguns that shoot in the 2000 feet per second range.
Andy says, Chris, you need to get the Winchester 231 or tight group.
I can get tight group around here, but I haven't seen 231 for a while.
I could have got some tight group a while back, and I wished I had. I think a pound or two of it. I look back on it.
Yeah, I want to load some with CFE pistol too and see what they do. But yeah.
James shoots 24 feet per second, 300 blackout with zinc. It echoes reloading chamber. Huh.
Yeah, Andy said Kenny used 231. I think Kenny got 1800 feet per second out of a 9mm round. I'm almost positive. I've watched about every zinc video out there.
That's what I heard, Vanessa. The Echo, what's Walter saying? Echo, we run copper jacket at 15 to 700 handguns with no problem. Zinc shouldn't hurt. Yeah. Rich White says, what Echo needs is a BFR in 4570 or a 3030. Rich White said that. Okay.
Yeah. That's my poor little weak wrist. I got that flimsy wrist flimsy wrist syndrome. Where I believe that one of those BFG revolvers would probably break my wrist.
Poor critter don't even have his wrist don't function at all.
Oh, our don't. I mean, I can do this, but that's using the back.
Yeah. I know my brother's having shoulder surgery, and he's having issues now. It's still hurting him. They may end up doing MRI again.
Hey, Nutex. Hi, Vanessa. I didn't miss you. I saw it.
Hey, Miss Kitty.
Hey, New Tech Psycan. Good to see you. We need BFG 9000 from
BFC.
I want some friggin' primers.
He wants some $30 a pack primers. Let's be realistic. You don't want just primers. You want $30 a pack of primer, or you want $40 a pack for CCI 41.
I dropped dead before I'd pay Brownell's price, and I buy a lot of stuff from Brownell's over the years, but I will not pay their $140 for primers plus hazmat. No way. Even if I was sitting here flat out, I wouldn't do it. That's too
fine.
much.
Do they have them? Do they have them in stock though?
They had large rifle the other week, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, see, there you go.
$140.
They had it in stock. They had it in stock.
My last box I bought, I still got it. I got 1,000 of them for $45.
Everybody wants to get mad at the companies. All it is capitalism at its finest. Supply and demand. When the demand goes above the supply, it regulates itself. It's doing exactly what the system was designed to do.
What molds, New Texarkana's got at Andy a question. What materials do molds need to be to stand up to heat of casting zinc?
Cast iron, I believe it was.
You can't do it in aluminum, so it would be cast iron, and let Walter answer that. Or Andy. Let's see.
I would consult with the robe.
Yeah.
On such
Okay.
such things, because the robe is going to give you time tested you know, stuff that he's done himself, and you know, a lot of guys they're just repeating, parroting.
Walter posted a thing in his gun club to trade rifle primers for pistol. No takers yet.
Zinc it takes only 800 degrees to liquefy.
Okay, iron is better. Walter says you can use aluminum, but the temp has to be right to do it.
Yeah.
So if you're new, you'd probably be better off
With steel.
Yeah, Andy says you should watch my zinc videos. Yeah, check his zinc videos out.
Yes, please go over and subscribe to Andy, especially if you're going to be trying zinc. Go over and watch a couple hours worth of his videos and learn what you're doing before you destroy something you have or you hurt yourself.
Mostly you need steel molds, he says, but I am casting with aluminum molds. It's not the heat that kills the mold. Okay.
It's the pounding of the screw plate. It causes, like, okay, this is what Andy said one time, and I remember this. He says when you're tapping on the lid, what do they call the lid on a mold? Is that the screw? When you're tapping that with your whacker, you got to hit it harder if you with zinc, because if you let it get too cold, it will actually warp the openings and make the openings for the lead or the zinc down inside the mold oblong. Am I right, Andy? Is that what you were telling one time? Yup, Echo. Okay.
Screw plate cut off. Yeah, Mac just got his molds and he filed them down a little bit and got some of the burrs. Walter told him to do that.
Yeah.
That way it would have that sprue plate would be very good and smooth with it. Tight.
If I had both hands, maybe I'd try it, but I'll stick with lead.
Andy says with aluminum molds, I'll run temp at 870 to 890. Okay.
Well, aluminum doesn't have any effect till about 12 or 1500. I think. You know, really hot.
Vanessa, I won't repeat it. I guess I'll behave there.
I'm going to throw a link out there in the side chat to Andy's channel.
It's 7:25. We have a little bit of time left.
Yeah,
James
go
Pollard.
ahead and throw links if you guys got them. Want to do it in the side chat.
James Pollard, he's running high as 900 degrees, he says, those molds.
All right, if anybody out there, and I'm sure everybody is, but if you're not, subscribe to Andy's channel. The link's out there, and go subscribe.
Most definitely.
He sure taught me a lot.
Oh, hold on, I got to cramp my whacker. My right hand.
What?
Got to cramp my right hand whacker.
When you do the next show, you're gonna have to change your AR symbol to the whacker.
I'll put it up there.
Oh my gosh!
I'll put it up there. Here, I am the whacker.
Dude, he's gonna have more people calling him that than remember the Romco in the eggshell egg scrambler back in the 70s. Do you guys remember that? The Romco in the eggshell egg scrambler. You would push this little thing in, and it was like a big needle, and it would break through the eggshell just a little bit, and you hit the button, and it battery operated off of like a D battery, and it would scramble the egg on the inside. So when you broke it and dumped it into the pan, it was already scrambled. It was the biggest bunch of crap I'd ever seen in my entire life.
I did get a crap in my right arm. That was weird though. Sitting there messing with my earplug. I got all of Walter's videos, zinc casting off YouTube. Took them all down. Did you have copies, Walter? Let's see, left or right-handed whacker with the ultimate.
I took all my crap down off YouTube.
Did you? Huh. So you have nothing on your channel now?
Well, the finishing up touches of my buggy,
Oh, okay.
my off-road
Yeah,
golf cart.
yeah, I
wheelchair.
noticed that. My zinc is up on Odyssey and Rumble. Yeah, he got backups, Walter said.
I put all that crap on the Rumble, even my political stuff.
Mhm.
Basically, I took all the memes and made videos out of it.
My brother, he sends me a lot of memes sometimes through texting.
Yeah, I heard you like that. I heard you like
Nope,
getting
I don't
texts
like
during the day, like 20 deep from just little memes from liberal websites, you know.
Andy's got his Odyssey link out there.
I actually checked, Andy. I don't have any videos there. I had a 2 or 3 channels created. I went ahead and deleted the channels. I need to create them back, but I don't have any content on Odyssey at this point. This time, I should say.
I think all my stuff gets backed up over there.
Rich
I got all my stuff on hard drives though.
Mm-hmm. It was somebody else that went off on YouTube years ago. What was that guy's name? Went berserk and got kicked off YouTube. Michael Signs.
I think so. I think that was his name. He put up a video that was just him like being very, very upset with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube ended up just kicking him off, and I was like, well.
Yeah, Texas Outlaw. Yeah, I watched him one time. I went over there, and boy, he was just. God. Boy.
Oh shit. Oh golly. Golly, Miss Molly.
Jesus Christ.
Jiminy Crickets, right? That's what I'm saying. That's just exactly what I'm saying.
7:30.
Off-road golf carts. So what are we gonna have now? Now, Critter, are you gonna be able to perform donuts out on the dirt driveway with this thing? And what exactly do we have to look forward to on videos as far as you going down that road?
You know, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you, all I am is a market master.
Make it a vlog. Here I am going to the gun range, guys.
Yeah, with a crap. Dude, you know what you need? It's one of those World War II Nazi Germany helmets with the spike on the top.
Talk to the camera like you would talk to a woman when you're driving.
Actually, I need
kidding.
to one of those $500 GoPros and attach it to the golf cart.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be
As
Yes.
I drive the road 25 miles an hour.
Man, you'd have all kinds of content going to the range and back, talking.
Hell yeah, dude. I'd be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
A trip to the range with my good buddy.
I just got to make sure I park because some jerk is going to steal my trailer.
Put a big old chain on it. Put a big old I'm not gonna get stolen chain on there.
They've got these little lock things. You put it in through the locking pin on the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking
If it looks like you can cut it, don't you just put barbed razor wire, put concertina wire around your bumper, and right where the trailer, where they've got to put their hands in razor wire to try to unhitch it, so that at least you're going to get a DNA sample.
I got a better idea. I could design me a strap transformer that kicks it up from 12 volts to 500 or 480 attached to the bumper.
That would
Yeah, but hell, if you're going to go that high, why not just kick it up to like 3 amps? That way you get if they try to steal it, they'll be there when you get back.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. You get 480 volts, travels out at the step up transformer and changes from AC to DC or DC to AC, excuse me. They'll be just twitching at the whole.
Yeah, and then the good thing about it is you load your cart back on there, and then you drive the trailer over top of them because they're going to be laying at where the hitch is. So you're going to just run them over with the thing. So it's not bad. They just got zapped to death. You just ran them over, and now it's going to look like they were ran over, but they're going to have such a hard time with like the vehicle identification because it's going to be a trailer.
Well,
It's going to have those guys scratching their heads for like days.
I'll just call the county sheriff. Hey, I need somebody to clean up.
Aisle 5, clean up.
What time you want to wrap this up, Echo?
We can do it whenever you want. Go ahead and you can call it, brother.
7:33. We'll go a few more minutes, guys.
Georgia shooting starts at 7, right?
Yes. 8. Well, yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Oh well, that's Texan time.
26 minutes, 25 minutes exactly in another minute.
It took me an hour and a half to stabilize 5 minutes of video. God, stabilization software takes forever.
You need a faster computer, brother.
I got this thing. Got an i7 in it, 64 gigs of RAM. It's just the stabilization stuff. It just takes forever.
Wow.
How many cores you running?
I'm not real sure on this one.
i7, probably a 4-core.
Thinking about moving my software over to my new desktop.
Yeah, probably would perform a lot better on a desktop than it would a laptop.
Well, it does great on everything up until this. You run this stabilization on 4K. It's just takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your graphics card is what really is used up on 4K, and the graphics card is limited in a desktop or a laptop, usually more than a desktop.
Mm-hmm.
I might do that this weekend, is put the Movavi over on my new desktop just to see how it runs. I bet it will run pretty good on it.
We're going to call the side chat out, guys. Here we go. Andy79Z28, Walter's with us. Vanessa, New Tex I Can. Good to see you guys. Rich White, Uncle John, Vanessa Kitty, Walter Bunning, Uncle John, Chris from over here. He's in the panel. Critter's in the panel. James Pollard called. Let's see who else. I thought I seen Tactical FUD earlier. Walter Bunning, I called. Hang on, guys. I'll get it together here in a second. 01 guy was with us. Tactical FUD. HIPAA was with us. Vanessa Kitty. Rich White.
Mario was here at one time.
Mario Battlebean was with us earlier. Andy79Z28. Good to see you, Andy. Jerry Bear Tactical was with us. Mario, Uncle John. Reloader762. Hasbro was with us. Good to see Hasbro. MCK. Reloader762. MacMan jumped in there. Good to see you, Mac. CW was with us earlier. Appreciate you dropping in, CW. New York Outcast was with us. Mario. 67 Rebel was with us. Appreciate you dropping by, Rebel. James Pollard. Bernie was with us. Rich White. Uncle John, I called. Hasbro. Almost finished. Bernie was with us. Good to see you, Bernie. John, New York. Warsaw Patriot. MCK, I called. Warsaw, I did. Reloader 762. She Fires jumped in there. Good to see you, She Fires. If she's still listening, Jerry Parker. And that's it. Turn it over to you, Echo, and then it'll go to Chris, and then I'll end it.
Yeah, not a problem. I appreciate everybody coming out and checking the show out tonight. We're going to put off the annealing till next week. Jump back in and see us again next week. Should be back to normal. I'm not sure if Chris will be available, but if he is, we'll have him back on as well. But everybody in the side chat, have a great night, and I will see you on over at the Georgia Shooting Connection next.
Low balling. Sorry about that, man. I missed you. I want to call you out too. Yeah, take it away, Chris. What you got coming up, man?
Tomorrow morning, if anybody's up early, I'll be on with Travis P11 at 9 a.m. Eastern time. I believe I'll be on there. And then the ammo hunt video and the new gun store I went to today. Hopefully, I will have that video up tomorrow. If I ever get it stabilized.
Sounds
and
good.
I appreciate you guys having me on, and I appreciate everybody over in the side chat.
So what's going on, Critter? What you got coming up?
Nothing, actually.
Nothing.
I'm pretty much out of primers, so I'm not
Yeah.
reloading. And my finger's still burnt, so I'm not casting.
Taking it easy, huh?
And I'm trying to save that stupid trader.
Yeah.
My son just asked me for $150.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Like, you're 20-something years old, boy. You need to get your own damn job.
Anyway,
And I can control my money better than you.
mhm. I know I hate loaning money, but I will do it to my family most of the time. Appreciate Echo. Enjoyed it. Appreciate you having me on as a co-host. Good having you, Chris. It's always good streaming with you. Good streaming with you, Critter. Enjoyed it. See you all in the side chat. You have a good evening. Take care.
All right, everybody.